Hi, hi everybody. I created one REST API, that is employee REST API. Okay, we can discuss about all those things, and REST API related thing we can discuss today. Okay, that is here. This is the my REST API. Okay, this REST API we created among so many things we added. Let we can discuss about form.xml. You know, that is the project object model. Okay, all those dependencies about all those things we can configure in 3.2.11. Okay, this is my version, and then I am created one group ID, that is com dot Java full stack group, and artifacts is the employee, that is project name, and snapshot version is 0.01 snapshot, and the project name as well is the employee project. Okay, and then I added few of the dependencies. I am using the 17 Java 17 version. Okay, uh, here dependencies, that is data JPA for backend configuration. Okay, for persistence layer purpose, we use it data JPA. You know, data JPA configure inside that Hibernate. So by using the Hibernate, it will configure the data in database. Okay, and web starter web. This is the Spring Boot starter web application. Okay, by using this, we can create the REST API. Okay, and then it is the open Spring Doc Open API starter web MVC. This web MVC, it will create one, just one, only one single dependency. It will create. It is Swagger documentation. Okay, Swagger documentation it will create by using directly automatical. Don't no need to configure anything. No need to create any class. No need to create nothing. Just you need to use this dependency. Okay, in your pom.xml. Okay, and then we are using dev tool. The dev tool what will do, the dev tool it will do the when project when code has changed, automatically restart the your server. Okay, by using the dev tool. Okay, and then MySQL. Okay, MySQL I am using the database. Okay, and Lambda. Lombok is instead of using getter and setter. Okay, instead of using those things, it is lot of code base it will increase. Okay, without using the Lombok. If you are using Lombok, no need to getter and setter, those things. This method automatically takes. Okay. Yes, that's all about our configuration of the project. Okay, let we can discuss how we can create the project skeleton. Okay, this is our project skeleton. In the project skeleton, we created on the SRC. Inside the SRC main method, inside the main method, we have the Java and source. Right, in the source we have application.property. In the application property, we can configure the properties in your application. Okay, required property you can configure here only, like server.port, and it is a spring data dot data source dot URL. There is the your URL. Okay, this is my URL, and username and password, and auto update. When your Hibernate is updated, automatically it will update these things. Okay, JPA Hibernate. Okay, and SQL true means it will show the in the command line. It will show the database queries. It will show inside command line only. Okay, that is JPA show SQL is equal to true. Okay, that's all about the application dot property, or that also you can configure application dot YML as well. Okay, inside that, after you need to move the Java. Inside the Java, my it is com.java full stack is the base package. Okay, inside the it is the top of the base package. We created a few more packages like controller package, entity package, exception package, and repository package, service package. Okay, these things, these are the packages of our application. In the packages created, okay, inside entity class, entity related object you can create. Okay, this is the entity class. Okay, still because I am using the data and setup, because the Lombok is not working in my case. Okay, that's the reason I am using the getter and setter as well. Okay, I am created here public class employee. This is the employee class. Okay, inside the employee class we created a ID as a long and name, email, phone number, department charter. These are the sorry. These are the database. These are the our component. Okay, employee has a few of the components. That component we created here. Okay, when created one initial one ID, it will creating, and after the one ID, after if you need to do automatically, you need to increase that too. So that's the reason we use the @rate ID and generated value of strategy is equal generation dot type. This will get the dynamically generate the ID. Okay, in your database. Okay, the whatever it is database, depending on the database, you can change here. Okay, generation type you can change. If it is the auto, it will take SQL or Oracle, whatever it is. If it is the sequence, you can take Oracle, and if it is the identity means it will take as a SQL. Okay, these things, and entity, entity means entity class, it will create table means this by using the table. If it is won't use table, it will take as employee table. Okay, if it is the use table name is equal to employee information, that info it will create as a in this name. Okay, table name. If it is won't use this table, it will create in the employee. That's it. Okay, that's all about the employee entity class. Okay, after the employee entity class, we can create that repository. That repository it will configure with whatever it is a persistence layer purpose we can configure. Okay, the repository we can configure this one. Okay, this employee repository take as a employee repository, and here JPA repository. The JPA repository, what is here actually JPA, whatever it is, JPA has two classes is there, right? It is the productionality feature it will provide. Okay, that is CRUD and JPA repository. Okay, CRUD and JPA repository. Okay, these things just wait. Uh, these things. Okay, is the CRUD repository, it will provide as the CRUD features. Okay, and JPA repository, it will provide CRUD repository, CRUD related methods as well, plus query by example, sorting, pagination, it will provide. That's the reason we use the JPA repository. Inside the JPA repository, you can give the entity class as a, you can pass your entity class as a name and ID as a long. Okay, that's related. That's all about it. And then after that, this repository is completed, right? And then we can go here. It is a service. Okay, in the service we created one employee service interface. Inside the employee service interface, we elaborate some of the methods. Okay, the it is the abstract methods basically. Okay, that is list employee, get employees. Okay, employee, get employee by ID. Okay, using the ID we can get that employee. Okay, and create employee by using employee object. Okay, by using the employee object we can create, and then update employee. This complete employee we can use ID and employee object, both we can use. Okay, and delete employee means by using the ID you can delete employee. That's all about the service employee service interface. Okay, but we created implementation classes. Why we created implementation class? because it will hide the actual logic, business logic. Okay. Two, if hacker has a hacker has some code base was hacked themselves, that implementation class hide actual logic. That's the reason we implemented employee service IMPL. Okay. And then we created here whatever it is employee that okay, we implementation classes actually. Okay. Class level you can execute service. Execute service indicate that class is a provide service level. Okay. that that's me. Okay. Let we can check here this. Okay. Public interface service. Okay. This service it will provide as a component class. Okay. Service component class. That's all about. Okay. And it is implemented, whatever we implemented this method, we implemented here. Okay. Here implementation has a abstract, won't implemented, but here we implemented depending on our requirement, we implemented here the hardware of our employee repository object. Okay. This employee repository connect with the database, and then after we implemented that whatever is the list employee, this list employee coming from the class only, that employee service class. Okay. And then we implemented get mapping, post mapping. This is the HTTP methods. Okay. This HTTP methods what will do, current operation will do by using the get mapping, get the object from the database. Okay. But this is our endpoint, employee endpoint. Okay. And then we implemented list employee. Let we can check here. I need to start our application, right? Just you need to wait where it is. Sorry to interrupt. Just wait. Here. Oh, not cover it. Where it is, man? Docker. Docker. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's all right. Connecting that one. The Docker is connecting, but won't create any Docker related thing in our application. Okay. Here you need to start the application. I don't know what's happening. Huh. We are starting our application, right? Just wait few minutes. Data JP repository is taken, okay? And then installing our 8010 our application, okay? Let we can discuss here. Uh, localhost localhost slash swagger HTML, okay? This is sorry, what happened? Localhost not for 8010, right? 10 slash swagger. What will happen? Okay. Here, what I configure here in the controller, it will showing endpoint. Okay. I configure one annotation, one dependency, right? Open dot dependency here. Whatever it is, I configure here. Mm, okay. Where it is? Dependency, right? pom.xml, whatever it is, in the pom.xml, this one. Yes, ma'am. Plugin, Lombok, not this one. Open project MySQL. Yes, this one. This dependency it will provide these things. Okay, Swagger tool, Swagger documentation it will provide. Whatever I am created endpoints in this logic, here endpoint right. I created endpoints. This get mapping has a employees. Get mapping has a API employees because I requested here, right? API slash employees for the get. For the get, it is API slash ID. Okay. API slash ID. This endpoints. Okay. And API post mapping employees. Post mapping APIs. Okay. And then come back inside API slash employee ID. Okay. API slash employee ID. So delete. Put mapping. Okay. That's also API slash employee ID. That's whatever it is, get test. You need to all employees, whatever it is, employee inside that. So we can do the process here. Just you need to execute. Okay. Inside application thing. Okay. Inside our database, we have these things. Okay. ID 6 as a Gaini Vikram and ID 7 as a Gaini Vikram. Both are the same. I created check. You need to configure again. You need to take here data. Okay. And go back here. Port mapping. You try it out, and you can generate here data. Okay. Here, no need to change ID. Okay. It will take automatically. Last one. And last one. Okay. And here I need to change phone number as well. Okay. And it is full stack engineer. Okay. And salary is whatever it is. I need to execute this method. Okay. And it is 200 or not. You can check here. Getting the 400 bad request. Why it is getting bad request? Something happened. What happened, man? What mapping I created? I did to check idea. What will happen? Bad request. Why bad request? Message not accepting JSON path error unexpected. Something happened here. You can check console as well. What will happen? JSON path error has occurred. Okay. So that is the reason. That is the reason parsing is not happening. JSON parsing is not happening. Okay. That is the reason we are getting the error display status. Okay. 400. It means it is a bad request. But here, let whatever it is, we can check the employee execute. Okay. Won't insert your data, right? Okay. That is the reason because JSON JSON parsing is not happening. That is the reason. We can discuss on this one in the next video. Okay. Yeah, that's all about these REST endpoints. Okay. And then we will move here. Okay. this controller is completed and service repository this is completed, but it is an exception we created, global exception. Okay, this global exception, whatever it is occur in our application, it will come here. We use the one annotation at the rate controller advice annotation. Yeah, sorry, we discussed also annotation in this. Okay, I forgot those things. I discussed it, I think only at the rate service only. We can discuss later. Okay, so at the rate controller advice annotation. This advice annotation, it will indicate that that exception has a global exception, whatever it is. Okay, and we can use that method at the rate exception handler method. It is a has a employee not found exception class. This from from this class we will produce here, right? Is the customer employee not found exception with runtime exception. Okay, inside that exception we retain one employee not found exception in that path, passing that thing as a message. Okay, that's the reason super of message. Okay, that's all about it. But here we created a REST controller as well, right? This REST controller we creating this class origin. It will when backend is connecting with the front end, some of the resources is not accessing from backend to front end. That's the reason we use the class origin. This class origin, it will find it will won't affect anything. Okay, without affecting connection between backend to front end, it will connect. Okay, and at the rest controller annotation, that rest controller annotation is coming from it is two annotation. Okay, controller annotation and request response body. Okay, by using them we build on at the rest controller. That rest controller, it will produce as a how the rest controller, it will do uh, it will give as a output as a JSON or XML. Okay, and a return type is a JSON or XML. Don't have any view pages. Okay, it is the distributed application we can create. Okay, by using the REST controller annotation. Okay, and request mapping. The request mapping, it is the map of the request. Whatever it is, that endpoint is mapping from request mapping only. Okay, if you no need to this one, don't affect anything. But if you need to, if you need to something else, you need to add in the endpoint. Okay, that is the reason we use it as a request mapping. And at the rate auto automatically detect the connection of front end to DB by using the at the rate auto. Okay, depending on the connection, it will provide. And get mapping, you know already, is the HTTP method to communicate with HTTP. Okay, that is the reason we use these many annotations in our applications. Okay, yes. This is the main class. You know, without main class won't run anything. Okay, in the main class we have one Spring Boot application annotation. This Spring Boot application annotation is configure 3 annotation. Configuration, uh, configuration, and component scan, and enable auto configuration. Okay, these things is bind with only one Spring Boot annotation, Spring Boot application annotation. Okay, in this Spring Boot main class has a main method. The main method has a run method. Okay, let here this run method. This run method what will do? Required configuration in our application runtime, it will provide. Okay, like it is the configurable application context. Okay, this primary resource, this is the primary resource. Okay, by using that we can create a lot of things in our application. Okay, is these things. Hmm? Yes, yes, that's all about employee rest API. Okay, employee rest API, that's all about it. Okay, thank you. We can discuss in the later on time. Thank you. Thank you. We can discuss later on time.